So, I just heard a joke on the street. You'll never guess what it was about.
Well, don't keep me waiting. Tell me already. What was it? Okay. So it goes like. A penguin walks into a bar and says to the bartender, "Have you seen my brother?" The bartender replies, "I don't know, what does he look like?"
Haha, that's hilarious. I can't believe I heard it on the street. So I was walking down the street and suddenly a little old lady came up to me, tap 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 on my shoulder, and says, "Hey you. You're standing on my cat." So I look down, and sure enough there's this fat white cat just standing there looking up at me. And she says, "That's my cat. You have to give it back." I'm like, "Ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't my cat." But she's adamant and says you have to give it back. That's my cat. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, and the cat looks at me and says meow. So I look back at the old lady and say, "Okay, you can have your cat back. But just so you know, he says his name is Larry." Pauses for laughter. So I learned an important lesson that day: never stand on someone else's cat. So I'm walking home from work today, and I see this massive rat scurrying across the street.
No way. What did you do?
I'm sure you ran away. No, I'm braver than that. I decided to follow it and see where it went.
You tracked a rat? Are you crazy?
No, I'm curious. So I followed it and it led me to an old abandoned warehouse.
You went inside?
Yeah, I had to. When I opened the door, the most amazing thing happened.
Alright, here's my plan. We rent a sailboat, sail across the Caribbean from Miami, and buy cocoa beans direct from the farmers.
Whoa. That sounds fascinating, but are you sure it's legal?
We can make it legal. We'll contact the right people and tell them our plan.
Sounds like a lot of work. I'm not sure we should embark on such a venture. Why don't we just order the cocoa beans online?
That's a good idea, but come on. Where's the adventure in that?
Alright. I get it. We figure out a way to make it legal and we'll do it the old-fashioned way.
But isn't the old-fashioned way more expensive? We should look for a way to make it inexpensive.
So I've been single for a while now, and let me tell you, dating these days is rough. Even the apps don't seem to be helping, you know, the ones where they match you on paper, but it doesn't actually lead anywhere? Yeah, those are a waste of time. Anyway, I was on one of those apps the other day and this girl messaged me out of nowhere. She wrote, "Hi, how's it going?" And I replied, "Cool beans." Talk about a conversation killer.
Do you think it's a good plan to start a business making shoelaces out of spaghetti?
I guess it depends. Do you think people would actually buy spaghetti shoelaces?
Well, I think if we market it right and come up with a cool name, anything is possible. What do you think of Twirl It Up? Is that catchy enough for spaghetti shoelaces? I think it could be a real hit.
It's definitely catchy, but I'm not sure if people will take it seriously.
So, Larry, you heard the latest news?
No, what happened? Did some new restaurant open up around here? Or maybe someone finally got rid of those ducks in the park? Oh, come on, those ducks were harmless.
No, none of that happened. I heard the local supermarket is now selling pickle-scented air fresheners. Can you imagine how that would smell? Pickles and air freshener together.
That's actually kind of genius. Let's get back to the comedy. So a couple was on their honeymoon and they were trying to figure out where to go first. The husband says, "Why don't we go to the zoo? We can look at all the caged animals and get ideas for our marriage."